Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Spy Fiction. Last time, we confronted Scarface with Billy, defeated the Enigma leader, destroyed the Metropolis, destroyed Lauder, and saved the world, and everyone lived happily ever after. Except there still is something else we need to do. Actually, a couple things we need to do. One is that we need to see how this all pans out if we use Sheila. Because we saw what happened with Billy. We had that whole confrontation between father and son. But what could Sheila and Scarface talk about if we used her for the final battle? They couldn't talk about the same thing, right? Have to be something completely different.
Let's begin.
Yep. There we go. Yep. Yeah.
Come.
Sure. The other thing we need to do is that whole business about the true secret ending. It said that if we play through the game twice, we would get the true ending and find out what really happens. So, I've played through the game a second time, using Sheila. And now we are on the final level once again, Castle Wolfgang, using a New Game Plus. What that means is that there will be a few little differences in this level between the first time and this time. But, for the most part, the level is just about the same. So we'll be looking at a few parts of Castle Wolfgang, but since most of it is the same, we're just going to fast forward ahead, I think. Alright, we saw how Billy did in this upcoming battle up here. Remember this. This is where Nicholas was first captured by Enigma. And we had our first little firefight. We didn't use Sheila yet for this, though. We used Billy both times, I think. Might as well see how Sheila does. Alright, what weapons do we have? Oh, we have a lot of grenades. So, grenade fight. Grenade fight. We haven't used too many grenades at all, so we've got a lot of them. And since this is the end, might as well use them all right here. Not like the grenades will be of any use against the bosses, really. Bosses are way too fast for grenades. And Billy had his fun. He got to do this whole, mass slaughter thing, so why not Sheila get a turn at it? I think that one fell. Yeah, that one fell. That one did not. That one was on target. We actually can kill Nick if we throw a grenade at him here.
Retreat! Secure the prisoner and get out of here! Get the prisoner! Retreat!
Right, so the same thing happens with Sheila as with Billy. Whole thing collapses. Exact same thing.
Oh, you made it. Man, are you lucky. Those goons grabbed Nicholas. If he cracks, we're... Nick's tough. He'll survive. I suggest you get a move on. Here's the plan.
I think we'll be deciding the plan. Thank you, Michael. Something I found about these spider grips that I didn't realize before is that you can do this. Yeah, you can jump between opposite walls. It might have been useful for me to realize that sometime before the end of the game, Maybe that could have come in useful. You know, maybe. It seems like as I've played through this game multiple times, I keep finding out about new gameplay mechanics each time. I don't know if that's impressive or if it's just that things were poorly explained.
Man, you got here quick. Look, I'll get right to the point. There's no time to waste. They're camped out in the chapel, using it as a base of operations. It's obvious they're hiding what we're looking for in there. Going through the gate is out. The ID recognition system will detect anyone not in the database. Only those with proper clearance can enter the chapel. We're still looking for the Enigma officer's station. In the meantime, make for the chapel. I won't report in for a while. There's something I've got to do, so I'll take a different route. See you at the chapel, man. Meet me at the chapel office. Michael Kwan.
Oh, now what was that? We didn't see that last time. Looks like Michael texted Dietrich, telling him to meet him at the chapel office. Last time, Michael just told us that he had something he needed to do, but we really didn't know what it was where he had to go or what he needed to do. We did not see that he had actually sent a message to Dietrich. So is Michael in cahoots then with Dietrich? Is Michael the traitor that Dietrich talked about? But if he was, then that still doesn't really make sense why Dietrich would have told us that there was a traitor. That still doesn't add up. Right, you know, forget stealth at this point. We know what this is, we know where we're going, and we know what we have to do. I forget if I brought it up before, but I think I mentioned that this did seem like an inappropriate mission for Phantom. Because it doesn't really require a spy, it requires, you know, soldiers, military personnel. And we could see that Delta Force did a much better job against Enigma than we did. They really took out Dietrich and his men very quickly. So I don't know why Phantom was sent in the first place. Right, the Orion Mag, same place as it was before. And now we're almost made it to the area with the chapel, which of course is our destination. But one other change between then and now.
They've cut off your exit. They know we're here. Move it! There's the chapel. In there, it's commanders and high-ranking officers only. Disguise yourself as an officer to gain access. Use the 3DA camera. Locate an officer and take his photo. Change into the officer ASAP. If your disguise isn't complete, the system won't let you in. And get a good shot from the front, showing the officer's face. See you in the chapel, if you succeed.
So, it was Michael who blew up that escape route the whole time. He was the one who cut off that route, forcing us to move ahead. But why is he doing that? Well, it seems that he is working with Dietrich, but why? From remembering the fight against Dietrich, we know that it turned out Michael was hiding during that fight. Remember, he said that he was a survivor and wanted to live to fight another day. So he didn't help out Dietrich when we were fighting him. Kind of odd if he is in cahoots with him. Alright, but we remember what we have to do here. Oh, that guy's looking at... Okay, he's not anymore. Just as long as he's not looking at us, so we can use the 3DA camera. Wait, did I get his face? No, just his clothes. That was not good enough. But just as long as that guy doesn't look at us, holding the 3DA camera, that won't be a problem. Let's just try to get this real fast. No. Okay, he's walking away. Should have plenty of time to get the picture now.
I've done what you asked. Now give me the program.
Not so fast.
Listen, if you back out on me now, all I have to do is press this key and Phantom learns your true identity.
Cool your jets. Everything is on schedule. Unfortunately, your reappointment to the CIA will require just a little more time.
Spare me the details. Give me that program. I stuck to my part of the bargain, you scumbag. Hand it over. Now! You think you're such hot stuff, but I've got your number. I know what you're hiding. I see through you. Yes, I see the mask behind the mask. You're a fool. Do you think you'll get away with this? Not while I still draw breath. Who do you... You were waiting for them.
Well, we certainly didn't see that last time either. So it looks like Michael had some kind of deal going on with Dietrich. He was exchanging something. And Dietrich said he was going to try to, what was that? Get him appointed to the CIA? But Michael should have known better than to try to make a deal with someone like Dietrich. We can see that turned out badly.
Must be getting tired.
Oh good, one last time. That should be the last time we hear that.
It must be a special mission. All the top strategists have been called. I wonder what's going to happen.
Well, the first thing that's going to happen is he is going to sleep, and then we will break these boxes. So it seemed like Michael had something on Dietrich, that he was blackmailing him. Again, you have to know that's not going to turn out well when dealing with someone like Dietrich Troy. Okay, let's not bother hearing the terrible pun. Let's dress ourselves up like Dietrich and get into that chapel.
Humans. Such frail, pathetic creatures.
Huh?
They're so predictable, so easily tempted.
Granted. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So, how does it feel to meet the real Dietrich?
I just wanted to see that little FMV there of Sheila taking the mask off, since we hadn't done that yet. Now let's try to go up against Dietrich one more time, and hopefully we do a little bit better against him this time than the last. Doesn't seem like we're doing that much better. I mean, he hasn't hit us as much as he did when we fought him as Billy, but I'm still having a bit of trouble getting some good hits in on him before he does his little Scooby-Doo door routine. Yeah, really have not been doing that well. Kind of disappointed. Thought I would be doing better after the first run with Billy. Stop auto-aiming on the fake. Okay, so anyway, we got to see that move done to Sheila. In any case, Dietrich's just about dead. He doesn't have too much left. But I hate how I keep auto-aiming onto the fake tricks, the blue ones. And in this battle, Dietrich's pretty much doing the same thing. The real one just seems to keep coming out of the same door. It's very predictable. Alright, well, we know how this goes. The rest of this battle goes pretty much the same as it did the first time. So let's just see if we can end this real fast. Well, that's what I've been trying to do. He didn't come out of that... Yeah, where? Oh, there he is. Oh. Just got him. Okay, come on. So many Dietrichs. Suddenly Dietrich.
Target has been killed. Copy that, sir?
Why'd you have to go and kill him?
We're just doing our job, sir. You radioed for backup.
Right, there's Michael, as he was before. And like I said...
Michael, you're all right.
I guess so.
Well, we can see why he didn't come out to help Dietrich, considering Dietrich
what's wrong
turned
with
on
that?
him.
I'm
But
a
Michael's
survivor.
looking a lot better than he was when we last saw him.
Yeah, we do too.
This cutscene is the same as it was the last time, but there is a particular reason why I want to show the whole thing.
I'm going after my father. I won't stand by and let the sins of my father be visited upon another generation.
And if you can't stop him,
I will stop him. I will.
Right, I just wanted to show that because the cutscene ends the same way, with Billy vowing to go after Scarface, even though we're still playing as Sheila. You know, she's the one who's going after Scarface this time.
You do what you gotta do. Scarface should be at the airship dock in the backyard by now. Go down by the altar and through the prison to get to the backyard.
Alright, let's just take our photos, as we did before. Because I gotta take my photos.
Back in the hole.
Well, sure. Back in the hole to you too, Michael. He didn't say that last time. Alright, we know how this goes. Let's just hurry up and get to Scarface. You know, it's weird. It seems so obvious now, but before anyone pointed it out, I didn't even notice how close Scarface sounded like Duke Nukem. I knew he had the same voice actor. Anyway, here's Sheila with Michael's goggles. But this time, let's try the other costume, the one the corpse was wearing. Okay, we had some trouble last time with this. So let's see if we can get these lasers out of the way without getting spotted. Would be nice. Right, like I said, I knew John St. John did the voice for Scarface, but it didn't really hit me just how similar the voice he was using for this was to Duke Nukem. That just adds an extra layer to things. I kind of like to believe that that Billy Bishop's father is Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem, who became disillusioned with the government and society and decided to turn himself into a cyborg. I think that's a better continuation of Duke's story than what happened in Duke Nukem Forever. Oh, very good, very good. So much for that.
There you are. Can I? There you are. Can I? Forget it. You'll never escape. The intruder has escaped. All teams search the area.
Okay, I think we're just gonna fast forward this. Alright, down to business. Let's catch up to Scarface at the Metropolis. And let's get this done. By the way, some people have noticed that, compared to Deadly Premonition, this sweary game seems kind of normal. You know, nothing really, not too much, really, that's been that out there. You know, as far as plot twists or revelations. I just wanted to bring that up at this point.
thought you looked familiar. You're one of the gospel children.
Scarface.
Yes, you're Agent AG-7753, aren't you?
Don't call me that!
Are you functioning properly? Any side effects? Protein synthesis working well?
Just fine, asshole!
Child, you're a miracle.
I can't believe you're actually Bishop's father. Don't add to your sins by killing him.
My sins? Let me ask you, what exactly is sin?
Whatever's unjust.
Oh yes, justice. And what on earth is justice anyway?
Justice is what you took away from me. My life will never be normal thanks to you.
But what has Phantom given you?
Phantom has given me the chance to stop you.
My gospel child. Don't you know there is no justice in this world?
So, if you remember, when we fought Scarface the first time, I said there was an easy way to fight him and a hard way. We saw the hard way, which was just shooting him. So what's the easy way? Well, do you remember back in Dante's Inferno, when we destroyed Lauder, we got these jammers. You remember what they said the jammers did? They said they interfered with electrical signals. Well, Scarface is a cyborg.
Take that.
Right. So while the jammer is active, Scarface cannot do anything at all.
Freeze.
It doesn't last too long, but we have enough
You're losing your touch.
for the entire fight. Equip the mag, and this is our final boss.
Everything I had was taken in Operation Desert Falcon. My arm, my battalion, my future. Those sadists incinerated us like trash. Only I escaped. Now it's time for revenge. You never forget the excruciating pain of burning flesh. This is for the American government. My retaliation.
And no, things are no different with Scarface's second form. Let's see. Get the jammer back out. Did I pass it? Yeah, I passed. Yeah, there it is. There's really no reason for me to take these pictures. I just like doing it. Alright, back to shooting. So how about that whole thing about Sheila being an android or something? That seemed to be basically... Okay, it wore off. That seemed to be basically what they were saying. And hey, guess what? That never gets explained. So Sheila did actually get a bit of backstory right there, and that's all we get. We know that an elephant stood on her foot sometime in the past, and that she's an android.
Show your face so I can...
Your game is over.
It's not over yet. There's no way anyone can stop me. This balloon is nearly bursting with lauder. Shall I press the auto-destruct? Yes. The Metropolis is my very own lauder bomb.
I can't let you do this.
I'm afraid it's already too late. Cosmo children, I will kill you once and for all. What are you doing?
This is the antidote. Jacob. It neutralizes the virus.
Agent AG-775.
My name is Sheila Crawford. You should know. You gave it to me. finally over?
I certainly hope so.
There's a traitor in your midst. Yes, yes, someone near and dear to you. Anything could happen on a night like this.
But why Michael?
I finally got through. Someone has been jamming our transmission. I have good news. The vital signs from Nicholas's nanoprobes never stop transmitting.
What are you talking about?
Nicholas is not dead.
But
We are reading his vital sign coordinates as we speak. He's moving at 90 miles per hour, heading for Airbase Alpha via the expressway. No doubt he is planning to use one of the small firm jets. Looks like he switched places with Michael and waited for a chance to run. I just can't believe it.
so that means he's a...
Double agent.
But why?
You'll have to capture him to find out. I know you're up to it. For Phantom, for all of us. Don't let him escape.
Nicholas!
So, the truth stands revealed. Nicholas was Dietrich all along. So Nicholas, or... should he be called Nick or Dietrich? Nicktrick? I guess he was helping out Enigma against Phantom all this time, throughout the missions that he's been on with us. But that seems kind of strange. If Nicholas is Dietrich, then why did he help us at all throughout Phantom's missions? Was he trying to sabotage us? If he was, then it doesn't seem like it worked, since Scarface is dead and Enigma was taken down. Wait, was he trying to sabotage us? Because it seems like everything he did during the course of the game was to help us. During the missions at Nanotech Dine, he lets us know when Kaysen is coming back to the lab so we can hide. He also tells us how we can escape the building after the security gates came down around us. Then, when we were on the Metropolis, he told us how to knock Kaysen out and set up the conversation that let us know where Enigma's biochemical plant was. Phantom would have never have found that otherwise. That's the point where Nick makes his first appearance as Dietrich, and the first thing he does is shoot Kelly Wong before she could kill Sheila. That didn't make sense at the time, because why would Dietrich want to kill his own operative? From there, Billy and Sheila wake up in Colombia, right next to Enigma's biochemical plant, and that didn't make sense either, but what if that was Dietrich's doing? And while our spies are sneaking around Dante's Inferno, Dietrich appears to see them, but doesn't do anything. The next time we see him, he's Nicholas again and tells us about Dr. Coleman and that we need to rescue her in order to create a cure to Lauder. And then during the battle between Billy and the General, Dr. Coleman is about to be shot but is saved by Nicholas, who kills the General in favor of keeping Coleman alive. Why would he do that? Then later on in Rotrose Station, Dietrich tells Billy that there's a traitor in Phantom. Why would he clue Phantom onto this, especially if he's the traitor? Was it because he was not only the only traitor? Michael was as well. It also seems that Michael was a wild card and wouldn't necessarily go along with what Dietrich wanted, which so far seems to involve keeping Billy and Sheila alive. Did he warn Billy about the traitor because he didn't want him to trust Michael? But then on the train Troy met, Dietrich sets up Samuel's death. Why kill him at this point? Nick could have killed the Phantom agents at any time. Well, Samuel says that the nanoprobes in his body will transmit a signal to Scarface upon his death, since the two of them had been partners in Phantom, and that if Scarface is close enough to receive the signal, Phantom will be able to locate him through his nanoprobes. And this is what ends up happening, but the reason Samuel's death happens in proximity to Scarface was because of Dietrich. If you assume that getting Samuel on the train that happened to be heading towards Scarface's location was due to Dietrich's elaborate plan. And then at the end, Dietrich kills Michael to keep his identity secret and throws the fight against Billy and Sheila, running away disguised as Michael instead of staying to help Scarface fight the Phantom agents. If you look at the events of the game in this way, it seems like everything Dietrich did was in order to arrange the confrontation between Scarface and Phantom, which resulted in Scarface's death and the destruction of Enigma. So while Nicholas was a traitor to Phantom, Dietrich was a traitor to Enigma. But why? Why did he do it? I guess we'll have to catch up with him to find out. So, next time, on the final episode of Let's Play Spy Fiction, we go after Dietrich and find out why all this happened in the first place. See you then.